Have you ever found yourself exporting a model only to realize that the field names are missing in the output? It can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're trying to make sense of your data. If this sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to tackle how to replace the data field values with exact column names in your Spark-MLlib PMML file. I completely understand your concern. It's annoying when you put in the effort to export a model only to find generic placeholders instead of the actual column names. You're definitely not alone in this. Many users face similar issues when working with Spark. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user recently asked, "Why do I see data field values instead of my column names in the PMML file?" They mentioned successfully exporting their Spark-MLlib linear regression model but were puzzled by the lack of field names. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what could be causing this issue? When exporting models to PMML, Spark sometimes uses generic data field names instead of the actual column names from your dataset. This can happen due to various reasons, including how the model was trained or how the export function is configured. But don't worry, we will walk through the steps to fix this. And make sure to stick around. I have a valuable tip at the end that will help you ensure your PMML files are always clear and informative. To begin addressing the user's issue, we need to ensure that the data frame used to train the model has the correct column names. The user should check the data frame structure before exporting the model. Next, the user should explicitly set the column names in the data frame. This can be done by renaming the columns to match the desired names before training the model. After ensuring the data frame has the correct column names, the user can proceed to export the model as a PMML file. This is done using the appropriate export function provided by Spark-MLlib. Finally, the user should verify the contents of the exported PMML file. They can open the file in a text editor to check if the column names are now correctly reflected. Fun fact, PMML stands for Predictive Model Markup Language, and it was designed to make it easier to share models between different systems. So let's make sure your models are shared with the right names. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to exporting Spark-MLlib models to PMML involves using the built-in PMML exportable trait. This method does not automatically retrieve column names, as it uses hard-coded names like field N and target. However, you can rename fields in the PMML document using the JPMML model library. First, export your model to a raw PMML file, then unmarshal it and use the field renamer to change the target field to your desired name. Finally, marshal the updated PMML back to a file. Here's the tip I promised. Always double-check your data frame schema and model configuration before exporting. This simple habit can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. By following these steps, you should be able to replace those data field values with the exact column names in your PMML file. Remember, attention to detail is key in data science. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more tips and don't miss our next video where we dive deeper into Spark-MLlib.